Welcome to a First to Die guide in League of Legends featuring Amumu.
Let me give you a hug.
Alright, so Amumu is a tank slash mage champion who you can use to go into the jungle and, be Rambo. Or go into support mode and, support. As a jungler though, and that's the role we're going to worry about. As a jungler, you go into the jungle and kill the jungle creeps, and I'm saying jungle a lot because jungle. Jungle. Anyway, you also have to help the lanes. Now, when the enemy is pushing, which means they push past their tower to try and attack yours, your job is to keep a note of that and try and gank them. Gank is a term for jump on and kill, but stealthy. Just try to be stealthy if you can. We're done, guys. Let's wrap it up. And lastly, your job is to kill the dragon. Oh, no, wait, it's not dragon, it's dragons, plural. Riot decided that it would be a great idea to have more than one dragon, and they decided to add this complexity to an area that no one cared or thought about. Well done! In any case, there are 5 different types of dragons, each one does a different buff, and your job is to kill them to get the buff as the jungler, because you have smite, which we'll explain about in items and stuff. Alright, so your passive is called Cursed Touch. Now, every hit you do on a person, it reduces their magic resist by a little bit, like a tiny amount, and it doesn't last forever. Your first ability is called Bandage Toss. You throw out a bandage towards an enemy, and if you hit them, it stuns them and pulls you towards them. Now, it does a reasonable amount of damage, but you may want to be careful with it, because if you pull yourself under tower, you're going to get wrecked. Or if you pull yourself into an enemy team fight and they're all there, you're going to die. Also, it's a hard ability to land, so just practice a little bit with it before you start taking down enemies. Your second ability is called Despair. In a small area around you, you damage people over time, because you're crying, you're a whiny little baby. While you're damaging them, it also drains your mana, so just watch out. It's an active ability that you can activate or deactivate. It stays on permanently, as I said, toggle. Third ability is called Tantrum. This has a passive and an active. For every point that you put in this ability, you take reduced damage from physical attacks, and the active acts as an AoE damaging burst. It doesn't do a lot of damage at the beginning, but you can spam it a bit and get ability power to make it much more potent. Your last ability is called Curse of the Sad Mummy. You stun everyone in an area around you for 2 seconds, and you deal magic damage. Now, I like to use this to lock down an enemy team, make them know who's boss, make them know who's the right man to mess with, and I normally fail at it, but you know what? We'll try. This ability is great for starting a team fight, because you literally bandage the guy in the middle, ult, and then your team can come in and wreck them, like wipe them off the face of the earth. There are many items for tank and AP alike that work with this guy, but don't take this as an absolute, because there are quite a few ways to do it. First off, get yourself a Stalker's Blade. It gives you lifesteal, ability power, mana regen, and more damage for the jungle creeps. There's a lot of things there, so just check it out. After that, you either want to get Boots of Swiftness, which add, speed, because they're boots. You either want to add that or a Sunfire Cape. This is a tanking item that adds health, armor, and extra damage per second for anyone that's close to you. So couple this with your Despair, and then you have a beautiful amount of magic damage. It can really be powerful. After that, you want to go for either a Frozen Heart, which gives mana cooldown reduction, a nice passive that removes attack speed in the area around you, or you want to go for Abyssal Scepter. Now this adds ability power, magic resist, and cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction means you can use your abilities quicker. It reduces the time it takes for your abilities to, redo. Respawn. I forgot the word. After that, you want to get a Rylai's Crystal Scepter. This gives you ability power, health, and every time you use an ability on an enemy, it slows them down. Useful for that catching upness. The only tips I can really give you are this. practice using his bandage and his ult for taking down enemies. It does take some practice. And also, always keep your eye on the minimap. It's your job to make sure that the lanes are getting nicely pushed. And if the enemies are harassing your teammates too much, you can go in and gank them. You use your bandage, you use your ultimate, and then you wipe them out so that your team can push or keep the minions away from our tower. And yeah, that's pretty much it. A big thank you to these guys up on the screen. They helped me either in learning about League of Legends or learning how to use a character, or we just had a lot of fun together. So I'd just like to honor them, just give a shout and say thanks, dude. Also, the biggest, fattest, juiciest thank you, sorry for the image, goes to you, viewer. Thank you so much for watching my content. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll be seeing you again sometime soon. Yay! Next week I'm going to be continuing on my mini guides and maybe re-edit the first two. They didn't go as well as I hoped. Alright, ciao guys.